Welcome back to the Morning Brief right here on Channels Television. And the top stories on the brief today, we hate to begin on a sad note, but scores are feared dead after a boat accident carrying over 300 passengers capsized at the notorious Bajibo River in Mokwa local government area of Niger State on Wednesday evening. A statement by the press secretary to the council chairman of Mokwa local government, Mr. Abubakar Dakani, explains that the boat was traveling from Mundi to Bajibo for the annual Malud celebration when tragedy struck. The release also confirms that the council chairman, Mr. Abdullahi Muregi, acknowledged the recovery of approximately 60 bodies, while 10 survivors have been found. Meanwhile, efforts in collaboration with the State Emergency Management Agency and locals are ongoing to recover others who are still missing. But we hope that they are found alive. Over 300 communities are flooded and an estimated 5 million locals may be sacked from their homes in Niger State. Channels Television gathered that women and children are now taking shelter upland, converting schools to camps for internally displaced persons, while they're also faced with acute water shortage. Channels Television visited Jifu and Muregi, which are located on the bank of the confluence of rivers Niger and Kaduna in the area. And following the conferment of national honors on the leadership of the National Assembly by the President on October the 1st, the House of Representatives is dissatisfied with what it describes as discrimination against the Green Chamber. A motion sponsored by all 360 lawmakers draws attention to the conferment of the title Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, GCON, on the President of the Senate, and the title Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, CFR, on the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Lawmakers argue that both chambers are equal and the Green Chamber should not even be referred to as a lower chamber. The federal government is reiterating its commitment to sustaining the fight against corruption as part of efforts to fast-track the nation's development. Speaking in Abuja at the launch of the 4-year strategic plan by the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mr. Lateef Fagbemi, says the federal government will support anti-graft agencies as it remains committed to the fight against corruption.
We fully recognize that the fight against corruption cannot be won by a single institution. That is why our brothers are here, the CCB and the ICPC, and we really appreciate their presence. Over the past year, ICPC has made significant progress in discharging its mandates. For example, we recovered over 13 billion diverted public funds in the month of September 2024, that is last month alone.
And a civil society group under the aegis of the Joint Action for Democracy is calling on the National Judicial Commission to investigate some judges following the conflicting judgments on the Rivers State local government election. The group made the call at a news conference in Abuja. The leader of the group, Mr. Peter Ame, states that the actions of the judges raise concern over the integrity of the judiciary. And the opposition People's Democratic Party in Benue State says it will go ahead with its state congresses scheduled for Thursday, October the 3rd, to elect the state working committee despite a subsisting court order stopping the Congress. Leader of the party and former Governor Samuel Ortom gave this indication at the flag-off campaign and presentation of flags to its candidates for the October the 5th local government election in the state, noting that there is no subsisting court order stopping the state Congress. However, at a briefing in another part of town, another faction of the PDP, loyal to former Governor Gabriel Suswan and led by former Speaker and member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Tengu Segba, accuses the PDP National Working Committee of being in cahoots with some elements of the party in Benue to force the alleged illegal action on them. And more politics now. The People's Democratic Party in Edo State is still insisting on reclaiming what it says is its mandate allegedly stolen by the Independent National Electoral Commission. This comes after the winner of the poll, Senator Monday Okpebholo of the All Progressives Congress, has received his certificate of return as governor-elect of Edo State. The chairman of the PDP Edo State chapter, Mr. Anthony Azigbemi, And the Director General of the Governorship Campaign Council, Mr. Matthew Idori-Ekweme, led a protest march to the INEC office in Edo State in Benin City. They're accusing the electoral umpire of manipulating the September 21 governorship election results, insisting that the police and the All Progressives Congress are also culpable.
The one way we say they even certified for INEC here is different from the one way they give us for our unit. It's not supposed to be, no, not the one result, not the one election. So from the field to the state here, not supposed to be the same. So these people, one unit will get 3 different types of results. Three. I mean, these people are very wicked. If we had lost this election clean, we will not congratulate who win. But because they don't win, we're not going to congratulate them. Not going to congratulate them. They win any election. Not the way we win. Those people came out to vote en masse.
Away from politics now, the special ad hoc committee set up by the federal government to investigate the causes of the deplorable state of dams in Nigeria following the flood disaster in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, has held its inaugural meeting in Abuja. Addressing journalists at the end of the first meeting, the Minister for Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Utsev, says the committee just has about a month to go around the dams and document their findings before presenting their outcomes and recommendations to the Federal Executive Council. And the Kebbi State government has reaffirmed its commitment to providing relief to flood victims who were displaced by the recent flooding in Shanga local government area. Governor Nasir Idris made the promise when he visited one of the largest camps hosting displaced persons in the state. Records at the State Emergency Management Agency revealed that there are 27,304 flood victims in Shanga local government due to the recent flooding that affected 16 communities. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Wednesday departed Abuja for the United Kingdom for a 2-week-long vacation. According to a statement by the Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Ononuga, the president will spend 2 weeks, which is part of his yearly leave, as a working vacation and a retreat to reflect on his administration's economic reforms. He is scheduled to return to the country at the expiration of his vacation. And outside our shores, the Israeli military and Hezbollah report ground fighting inside southern Lebanon a day after Israel announced it was invading the IDF, saying it's using precision-guided munitions and close-range engagements inside Lebanon. It later reports the deaths of 8 Israeli soldiers in combat, the first inside Lebanon since the invasion began. Earlier, Israel's Prime Minister, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu, said Iran would pay after it fired around 180 missiles at Israel on Tuesday. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says the country will stand together as he sends condolences to the families of the 8 Israeli soldiers killed in Lebanon on Wednesday. And in sports, Carlos Alcaraz roared back from a set down to beat world number 1 Yannick Sinner in a thriller and win his first China Open title on Wednesday. The 4-time Grand Slam champion edged a captivating final 6-7, 6-4, 7-6 for his 4th ATP crown of the year and 16th overall. The Spaniard, who is set to return to number 2 in the world behind Sinner, was 3-0 down in the final set tie break, only to fight back and win in 3 hours and 21 minutes. Well, congratulations to Alcaraz, and let's hoping better luck for Sinner.